So, hi, Jordan. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me on, Priya. Excited to chat.
Yes, I'm very excited to be in conversation with you. And so, as this podcast is sponsored by Adfar, and they are into IT resources, IT solutions. So, I am very excited to be in conversation with you. And we look for on this podcast. We host tech leaders around the world, and you being the founder of Omni, it's an honor for us to have you as a guest. First thing, I'm curious to know what inspired you to establish Omni, and how has your passion for the world-class service influenced the company's vision?
Yeah, so I've been working in the service industry for over a decade with lots of experience working with BPOs as a customer of these BPOs. So when I was looking for outsourced service solutions, I found a few gaps that seemed consistent across the industry. You need to build, maintain, and manage your own technology, like a CRM, for example. Many BPOs simply provide you team members. So you're responsible for all the training and the management of these team members. Very few options that have North American team members as an option. So agents are only located internationally. Very little focus on technology. So these traditional BPOs will handle phones, emails, live chat, but no focus on automation. And that's where the world is going. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that technology is, I'm sure. Shared agents that work on other programs. So this results in very robotic and a very robotic tone. So it's really not possible to replicate a brand's tone and voice when you're working with so many different brands. And then no drive to grow revenue when interacting with customers. So these 5 gaps in the current landscape, along with recognizing the role technology will play in the future of customer service, we wanted to blend both technology and incredible team members around the world and become a modern take on traditional outsourcing models. So all your customer service needs under one roof.
Mm-hmm. As a leader, what are the key principles that you have learned or you believe in that are contributing to the effective management of the tech industry or customer?
Yeah, so effective communication is paramount. You have to ensure that your team understands their individual roles and the broader objectives of the company. So every single team member, from the brand new agent that just started all the way to the CEO, play a role in the company's success. Embracing technology. So you can't run from changes in your industry. Mm-hmm. You need to embrace these changes and find a way to work these changes into your business and bring it to your customers. And that's the way that you maintain long-term relationships with your customers, is through trust that you'll always do what's in their best interest. When it comes to the actual team members, giving them autonomy to make decisions within their areas of responsibility. So empower your agents, and they're more likely to take ownership of their work and excel while keeping customers happy. And then, of course, having a customer-centric approach. Your customer service and tech business should revolve around the customer. So gather, analyze customer feedback to understand their needs and their preferences, and prioritize exceptional customer experiences, whether that's through a human touch, through automation. You want to meet your customers where they are, and they're more likely to be loyal and recommend your services. And lastly, data is king. Use data analytics to make these informed decisions, monitor and KPIs, evaluate the effectiveness of your customer service and tech solutions. And this helps you kind of fine tune those strategies and allocate resources more effectively. And yeah, I think that's really the foundation for effective management and customer service and tech services to help you stay ahead of the curve.
Interesting. Are there any particular lessons or insights from your experience that you find most valuable to pass on to emerging leaders in the field?
Yeah, so stay curious, keep learning. The tech and customer industries are constantly evolving, especially as technology improves. So we don't want to be stuck in the past. I keep talking about traditional BPOs. They're, really rigid and not really looking to adapt. So to lead effectively, you really have to stay updated on industry trends, emerging technologies, and management strategies. So you're always staying ahead. And then, as a leader, actions speak louder than words. So you want to lead by example, demonstrate qualities and behaviors that you expect from your team. Your work ethic, integrity, dedication, this really sets the tone for the entire organization. And kind of touching again on staying curious and learning, but the ability to adapt to change is vital. So being flexible, open to new ideas, embrace innovation, and don't be afraid to pivot if you have to. Omni's been in business for years, and we've pivoted many times in the life of our business. And that's how we've realized the success that we've had. If we didn't make those pivots, we wouldn't be where we are today. And this business landscape is dynamic, and leaders have to adapt to thrive. We really embrace diversity and inclusion. So we have agents and customers in 18 countries. So I'm really proud of the diverse background of the team. And I feel personally that this really drives more innovative solutions and better customer service with such a wide variety of backgrounds and experiences across the team. And then just to end on the team here, feedback and recognition. Provide regular feedback to your team, which is easier said than done in a high growth environment. If any listeners out there who've been working at like a really fast paced company, little things like this that are really important can be missed, and it's easier said than done. Acknowledging your team's efforts can really motivate them and engage them. And I think these traits in a leader can really help navigate the challenges and seize opportunities in these dynamic, fast-changing sectors.
I think one thing that really stuck with me here, that I'm a big fan of this author, Yuval Harari. I think he's also from Israel, and I'm not sure. But the way he says, the key to success and key to really evolve is to adapt the change. So I think that's something that really going to start is that the more you're going to evolve with the change, the more you're going to adapt yourself, evolve yourself. That's where the real growth happens. So indeed,
exactly.
Indeed. So what are the recent innovation or trends in tech that have caught your attention, and how do you see them shaping the future of the industry? What are the new tech trends? What are the new trends in the business? What are the new evolvements that you really think are going to stay or, are going to evolve? So what are these things that really caught your attention?
Yeah. So let me start with the innovation part of the question here. I mean, the biggest buzz in the industry right now is ChatGPT, not the world. Believe it or not, the world's first chatbot was coded in 1966. So over the last 58, 59 years, there have been very little improvements, which is why a lot of businesses haven't adopted this technology. There's always been a few drawbacks of chatbots. So inaccurate responses. And I don't know if you've used a chatbot like this, if you can even call it a bot, but the classic chatbot would read a question and then browse through a database of long answers or articles and give the customer one or maybe a few long-winded answers. And this really puts the onus on the customer to do the work and find their own answer. And this is frustrating for customers. We never want to sacrifice the customer experience to accommodate automation. And then some of these responses are really robotic. So this technology couldn't replicate a brand's tone and voice. It connects with the brand, personalized, and feels like a natural conversation. Like no robot is involved at all. So we have a huge focus on technology here at Omni. We can build, maintain, and optimize all the support technology, and with a big focus on automation to help drive support costs down for our businesses and elevate the customer experience. So we started building ChatGPT solutions for our customers to help automate all digital channels, including email. So instead of the traditional kind of chatbot that I just mentioned, we program the chatbot with the brand's unique tone and voice so that we make sure that the automated experience is consistent with the human experience. And then we focus all the technology on the business alone. So if you go to ChatGPT, they obviously have an expansive database of knowledge, but when a customer is chatting with your business, they aren't there to have an essay written on quantum physics. They want quick, concise answers to their questions 24/7. So I think that this technology is really going to change the way that businesses provide personalized support at scale. And I think the personalization part is what's been missing since the 60s. Your question you asked about trends, right?
Right.
Customer service forever historically has been considered an expense. Like it's something that the businesses have to do, but don't really want to because it can be a drain on resources. But if it's strategically implemented, it can be a revenue generating department. And this is accomplished using live chat on the website. So instead of having chat just waiting there for customers to interact, you can proactively engage with customers. So using certain triggers, you can engage with customers in a lot of different ways. You can recommend products that might go well with what they currently have in their cart. You can welcome back customers that have a high lifetime value with a promo code for being a great customer, just like, hey Priya, you're a great customer of ours. Here's welcome back. Here's 10% off. Or even recognize exit intent. So if a customer hasn't met the threshold for free shipping and they're going to leave the site, pop out and give them that free shipping code. Try and get them across the finish line. A really good example, we actually did a little while ago here of really personalized targeting is what we're doing with a shoe company in the UK. This company ships all over the world, but when a customer is on their site shopping from the UK and they added some shoes to their cart, the chat will pop out and say, it rains 200 days a year in the UK. You might want this shoe protection kit to make your shoes last a little longer. So that way they can increase the average order value of the cart. And the whole goal here is to turn site visitors into customers. So I think that's a big trend coming in 2024, if not now, to turn customer service into a revenue generating department.
I think that's really interesting. Again, there's a one part which I really appreciate where you mentioned that, adding personalization is really important when it comes to, being even using or being dependent on so much on AI and chatbots. I know they automate the process, make your work so much easy, but at the same time, as being into business, as providing services to customers, to individuals, it's very important to understand their needs. So I'm a content creator, for example. So having access to lots of tools like ChatGPT, Goblin, and anything that you mentioned. So, but at the end, my need is still there as a content creator, but because the kind of stories, the kind of personalization, the way I can add as a human, with the real life scenario, that cannot happen with ChatGPT. So I understand. So that's the something I was about to ask the next question. With the rise of automation and AI in customer service, how does the company strike a balance between the leveraging technology and, most important, maintaining the human touch into the interaction? So how can that happen? What's your advice to that?
Yeah, so automation isn't for everyone. Like there's some customers that just aren't interested in it. So I'd recommend providing both AI options and an option to speak with a human available wherever possible. The idea is we work with e-commerce businesses. So, and we're here to provide the best customer experience. And if that's automation for somebody, that's great. If it's a phone call for someone else, that's not ideal, but we just want to make the customers happy. So we don't want to jeopardize the journey and lose the customer by forcing them through automation if they just want to talk to somebody. So the ideal AI program is, like I mentioned, customers don't know that they're interacting with a bot. So you want to understand your customers' needs and route them, route certain repetitive questions to AI, while more complex cases, like let's say lost packages, go to a human. Like AI can't find a lost package for you. So don't send the customer through a chatbot loop. Try and get them some help immediately. And personalization is huge. Like I mentioned, programming in your brand voice and your brand tone. This keeps communication across all channels on brand and more enjoyable for your customers. And then another important piece to personalizing these interactions is ensuring that the AI is recognizing the sentiment of the customer's message. So if you go on ChatGPT site and you ask it to write you an email, it's very long-winded, it's very robotic, because ChatGPT isn't taking into account the sentiment, the tone, or what the original email was. So you want to make sure that the AI is responding accordingly to show empathy, excitement, humor, whatever your voice is, and whatever the tone and the sentiment was from the customer side. So people think that these AI tools, you just plug them in and they work forever, and that's not the case. These tools require constant monitoring to ensure that they're successful. So you want to make sure that you read through the responses, check the customer satisfaction scores, make sure your customers are actually enjoying using these tools. So it's constant maintenance. And something we do internally here, we don't send automated responses to customers unless ChatGPT is 100% confident in the response. Anything less than that, a draft is provided to the agent to review, and then it's sent. And then the AI learns from any edits, if there are any edits at all. So we call this human-assisted AI. So a draft is there, agent scans it really quickly and fires it off. And then that way the AI learns over time and becomes more and more successful. So you get more of those automated, 100% confident responses.
I think it's very interesting to know. I cannot agree to you more again saying that no matter how much technology got evolved, no matter, how much how much we get advanced with the technology, but as a leader, as someone who's owning the business, one should remember to be updated with the sense of personalization. Still understand how the customers are responding, still understand, still give, give down to the part where you have to keep your customer, your people, again and again on the feedback loop. So indeed. With that said, Jordan, anything interesting, any interesting project that you're coming up with that you like to share? So I was saying that, I cannot agree to you more when you said that it's really important, to get into the customer feedback to understand the needs of your people, even you're working with the AI and the automation. So, but adding that personalization, adding that that storytelling is really important because at the end we all are human and we understand emotion, right?
Yeah, exactly. And customers are the lifeblood of any business. So there's tons of places to shop online. If you're not there to answer their questions quickly 24 hours a day, whether it's a human or a bot, they could shop somewhere else if they don't have an answer to their questions. So a really memorable customer experience that stands out from competitors, something really personalized, can really increase the lifetime value of customers.
Indeed. Any interesting project that you're coming up with that you like to share before ending this podcast? Anything interesting that that's in your vision or that's recently coming up? Any project that you?
Yeah. So we're improving our ChatGPT tools quite regularly, and probably every week we're doing a production roll with new features. So that keeps getting better and better, and that'll be a big focus in 2024. Same with revenue generating tools as well. I mean, that's a big objection when we're working with businesses is, hey, I have someone answering emails once a day. Why do I need you guys? So, showing ROI on having a really flushed out customer service program is a big focus. But I think next on the list will be more automation on phone calls. So not just digital channels, but trying to automate phone calls through voice AI. I don't think the tech is necessarily there right now. I think the voice sounds a little robotic, and I know that when I speak with tools like that, it's a little frustrating for me. So I don't know if that's in the next few months, but a focus moving forward will be voice AI for phone calls.
Interesting. With that said, thank you so much, Jordan. It was very insightful talking to you. I think the wisdom you share and the kind of experience you have is definitely going to benefit for the people who are the aspiring leaders, or the aspiring, techies, or someone who is just evolving into the business. Thank you so much. Any last note that you want to end with?
No, thanks for having me on. I mean, I could talk all day about this stuff. So if there's any listeners that want to learn more or have a quick chat, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to jump on a call with anyone.
Definitely. So that was Jordan Brown with lots of wisdom, lots of experience into the tech industry, into the customer service industry. And that was a podcast, Beyond Bytes, from Adfar Tech. So we are IT tech platform focused on the IT solution, resources, equipment, and tech audio podcast. We have vendor alliance with 50 plus tech partners, including SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, Appian, Salesforce, and beyond. Our key solution includes ERP application development, data and AI, blockchain, cloud management, and beyond. We have resource base of 20,000 plus resources across all skills, which we can deliver both on-site and off-site job within 24 hours. With that said, I think we'll look forward to host more amazing leaders like Jordan Brown. So stay updated, and for the time being, signing off. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Priya.